calling his sisters. Have you heard from him? You know, we're texting. We're saying, please, just send us a text. Just whatever. Just let us know that you're okay.
When all the explosions went off, I messaged her and I said, hey, you know, I know you can't say anything, but, you know, just an emoji, just a bubble.
And then 3:30 in the morning that night, I got the knock on the door. You know it. There's no other reason 2 Marines are standing on your door.
Right away, they told you, we have news about your son, and he just passed away. I just start screaming. I throw myself on the floor. I pull up the street and I see a white van. And once I saw them, I knew.
It's surreal. Seeing all those flag-draped coffins in the back of a C-17 is something you'll never forget. And it really drives home that, you know, these young men and women gave the ultimate sacrifice.
They had all the families within this large room. The president showed up and that it wasn't what I was expecting.
You know, this guy's sitting across from me on that tarmac and he keeps looking at his watch.
Biden did not want to be there. I don't know what he wanted to do.
He didn't say anything about Mike. And to this day, he has yet to say those 13 kids' names.
And that makes me so upset because those kids were serving their country. Those kids, they were giving their life for this country. And I always said they were thinking that their commander-in-chief was gonna have their back because they were fighting for this country, and that didn't happen.
The administration, the White House, our president has never once mentioned their names, not one of them.
Honestly, I don't feel like Joe Biden cared.
He just had no empathy for us at all.
I do think incompetence played a huge factor in what happened. Bad decision, bad leadership, and it all starts at the top.
Joe Biden should not be leading this country.
There was no point in making that hard deadline August 31st. It was 100% a political stunt. He let my son down, he let the 13 down, he let the 45 wounded down, he let those 174 civilians down, he let our country down.
And then what it hurts the most is that they could be here.
We fully understand we can't bring back our kids, but there are thousands and thousands more out there that are going to come home the same way if something doesn't change. We're the United States of America. We can do better by our men and women that are risking their lives for this country. We can do better for them than that.
To this day, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have never mentioned these fallen soldiers' names. President Trump will never forget them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the great staff family.
Hello, America. Champlin, my daughter-in-law, Sergeant Nicole Leanne G. A United States Marine. She was killed at Abbey Gate in Afghanistan, alongside 12 of her brothers and sister-in-arms. While Joe Biden has refused to recognize their sacrifice, Donald Trump spent 6 hours in Bedminster with us. He allowed us to breathe. He allowed us to remember our heroes. Donald Trump knew all of our children's names. He knew their stories, and he spoke to us in a way that made us feel understood, like he knew our kids. Donald Trump carried the weight for a few hours with me. And for the first time since Nicole's death, I felt I wasn't alone in my grief. I had expected to meet an arrogant politician. Instead, I met a man who had empathy for us. He was compassionate, and he spent time with us because he knew it would make us feel better. Thank you, President Trump.
Woo! Thank you!
I'm Cheryl Jules, Nicole's aunt. Joe Biden said the withdrawal from Afghanistan was an extraordinary success. An extraordinary success. Look at our faces. Look at our pain and our heartbreak. And look at our rage. That was not an extraordinary success. The humiliation of our nation was not an extraordinary success.
No.
Joe Biden may have forgotten that our children died, but we have not forgotten. Donald Trump has not forgotten.
We haven't forgotten. Never forget. Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget!
Joe Biden owes the men and women that served in Afghanistan a debt of gratitude and an apology.
You're right.
Donald Trump loves his country and will never forget the sacrifice and bravery of our service members. Join us in putting him back in the White House.
Yes! Woo!
I'm Alicia Lopez, and this is my husband. Our son, Corporal Hunter Lopez, whose name Joe Biden has refused to say out loud, was killed on August 26, 2021. He died during Joe Biden's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Hunter was 22 years old and planned to come home to California after his tour to follow in our footsteps. Herman and I work for the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. And our family has a tradition of service in law enforcement. Hunter was excited to carry it on. Instead, in the nearly 3 years since Hunter's been gone, there has been silence. Silence from that empty space at the dinner table, where Hunter would have joined his brother and sister and us for family gatherings. And there has been a deafening silence from the Biden and Harris administration. Despite our pleas for answers and accountability, they have pushed us away and tried to silence us. The Biden administration has not owned up to the bad decisions. They have not been transparent about their failures. And their so-called leaders work to protect themselves rather than our sons and daughters who took the oath to defend our country.
When Hunter and the other service members' bodies were returned to the U.S. in Dover, Delaware, Joe Biden met the plane. But he made the occasion more about his son, lost to cancer, than our sons and daughters, lost on his watch. Worse than that, he has never said their names out loud. And during last month's debate, he claimed no service members have died during his administration. None. That hurt us all deeply. So Alicia and I are here to say the names of all 13 service members.
Thank you.
All 13 service members who lost their lives at Abbey Gate. David Espinoza. Nicole G. Taylor Hoover. Ryan C. Canals. Riley McCollum. Dylan Morolla. Kareem Nakui. David Payne. Johanny Ricardo. Humberto Sanchez. Jared Schmitz. Maxton Soviak. And my son, Hunter Lopez.
Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget! Never forget!
Joe Biden has to go.
Joe, get to go!
He failed the Afghan people and our military service members. He failed our family, and he failed country. Donald Trump has a proven record of keeping the peace and honoring those in uniform.
Joe must go! 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 Joe must go!
All of us on this stage recognize the efforts of Mr. Trump. We know this firsthand. We've experienced it. Whenever we've met with him, he has demonstrated compassion. He has joined us on our mission for answers. And he has given hope to our extended Gold Star family.
Now, we have another son serving in the Army. And we do not trust Joe Biden with his life. We have faith that Donald Trump to lead our military. Please join us in supporting Donald Trump for President and Commander-in-Chief.
Yes! Go, go! Go, go! USA! 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 USA!
While campuses struggle to get control of their students, at UNC Chapel Hill, they are bringing order back. Students restoring the American flag and singing the national anthem.
Teachers began to take down the American flag, and that's when the guys stepped in. Patriotic fraternity brothers stepped in and
it's flying for freedom, for me and for you. It's what I believe in, this country love, American spirit runs in our blood. Big city on a small town, let's come home for the last count. You can't take me, American spirit. American spirit.
When a mob tried to take down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As of the largest border state, the great state of Texas.
Yeah!
I can tell you, America needs a president who will secure our border.
Yes!
America needs Donald J. Trump. The president's most sacred duty is to secure our country. Donald Trump fulfilled that duty by eliminating illegal immigration. Under President Trump, we had the lowest illegal border crossings in about 4 decades. By contrast, however, Joe Biden deserted his duty. On his first day in office, he gutted President Trump's policies. And the result has been catastrophic. Under Joe Biden, illegal immigration has skyrocketed. Under his watch, around 11 million immigrants have crossed our border illegally. That's more than the entire population of Michigan. It's twice the population of Wisconsin. Biden has welcomed into our country rapists, murderers, even terrorists. And the price that we have paid has been deadly. Among the many victims was 12-year-old Jocelyn from Houston, Texas, raped and murdered by 2 illegal immigrants. She's one of thousands whose lives have been destroyed by Joe Biden's open border policies. To make matters even worse, Biden is even fighting tooth and nail to stop Texas and other Republican states from securing our own borders. I deployed thousands of National Guard soldiers to build hundreds of miles of razor wire barriers. Give it up for our National Guard. They built those barriers to stop illegal crossings. When Joe Biden ordered to cut that razor wire, I ordered the National Guard to triple the razor wire on the border. When Biden took 15 acres of Texas border property to illegally process up to 5,000 illegal immigrants a day, I directed the Texas National Guard to take back our land and wire it shut. Now, there's no longer 5,000 people crossing the border like there was under Joe Biden. Now that the National Guard wired that shut, on average, there is 1 illegal immigrant crossing the border at that location a day. When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris refused to even come to Texas and to see the border crisis that they created, I took the border to them. I began busing illegal immigrants in Washington, D.C. We have continued busing sanctuary across the entire country. And those buses will continue to roll until we finally secure our border.
Thank you, Governor!
Fortunately, I see hope on the horizon. Because on November the 5th, Joe Biden will be fired. become the President of the United States of America. He will enforce the immigration laws. He will fight the Mexican drug cartels. And he will arrest the criminal illegal immigrants and put them behind bars.
Yeah!
Or send
them back!
Yeah.
Send them back! 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 Send them back!
It is time to
Oh, really?
restore order at the border. It is time to rid our streets of crime and chaos. It is time to secure our nation by returning Donald Trump as President of the United States of America.